Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 5 cryptos for June 20th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you are someone that uses charts within your trading and investing into crypto, or maybe you're just somebody that's wanting to learn more about this tool and how it can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader and investor, then you'll definitely gain value from this video. One quick clarification, I'll be using the 4-hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks, as they're called, represents 4 hours worth of time. Crypto is open 24/7, so I want to make these videos be able to last as long as possible and give them value for as long as possible. So we'll be looking at more so overarching, viewpoints, not necessarily from a nitty-gritty day trading standpoint where you're looking at, 1-minute candles or anything like that. So as far as our first one here, we are looking at Bitcoin, and in my mind, Bitcoin is all about this level right here. And me doing this is not supposed to impress you. It's not supposed to imply that I have a great talent or special ability. But you got to think that all sorts of people, let's try that again, have drawn this trend line that I'm attempting to draw right here. Man, having problems. There we go. Have drawn that trend line right there. And as long as the price remains below that trend line, then as of now, the bears are in full control. Now, that doesn't mean that the bulls can't make nice moves. I mean, there's a nice move, but it failed. There's a nice move, but it failed. There's a nice move, but it failed. Again, nice move failed. And right now, as I speak, another nice move is underway, which, over the next couple of weeks, that's where the big question comes into play. Is this nice move right here finally the start of a bigger, upwards bounce? Is the price finally going to be able to get up through that trend line, or is this just going to once again have history repeat itself where the price just rolls back over? Again, that's going to be the big question, at least in my opinion, that most people watching Bitcoin are all about, that big old trend line. And to give full credit or credits to, yes, very nice bounce right here. Is there any sort of genuine power behind it? Is the price going to be able to finally start to push up through, or is it going to roll back over? That is the pressing question, at least in my mind, for Bitcoin. Next one, we have Ethereum, and like Bitcoin recently, good solid move right here, but more so in my mind, okay, yeah, nice move, but is this a truly strong move? Does this move have genuine power behind it? And to help us answer that question moving forward, in my mind, the key level that's very, very important is right down here at the 1680 mark. Why is 1680 important? And I'm not saying this will occur, but just for explanation's sake, if the price were to come down to 1680 and then break down below it, what would that be doing to the price? Well, quite literally, that would be putting the price right back inside of this range that it just broke out of. In other words, that would be implying that the price made a nice bounce and then went right back to where it started. And I mean, not to insult your intelligence, but truly strong moves don't go right back to where they were. Now, do things go straight up? No, nothing can go straight up. So that's why, maybe the price comes down here, but the difference being behaves like that and then heads back up. Now, what's the big difference in this situation? Well, now all of a sudden you have a set of lows there. You have that low down there. And if you envision those as stair steps, you do still have progress being made in the upwards direction. And that's what it's all about. Not necessarily going straight up, but just showing signs of progress. And the quote-unquote sign of progress here for Ethereum at 1680. If this bounce continues, then keep an eye on the 200 period moving average up there. That's going to be a potentially key level of resistance, which is sitting up there right around the $1,810 mark. But as of now, yeah, nice bounce over the past several days, but is there genuine power behind it? Let's see if it can show progress by, again, staying up above that 1680 mark. Next one we're looking at here is Ripple, and I think the level that stands out, at least to me, and that you got to think a lot of people have drawn, let's try that again, is this trend line right here, which again, not trying to impress you, but you got to think a lot of people have probably drawn that line, which means lots of people are watching it, and when lots of people are watching certain levels, you can have those potential self-fulfilling prophecies. So let me actually change this to green to represent more so the dynamic of it being an area of support. So continue to watch that if there is any sort of pullback. So right now, a decent bounce, but if this rolls back over, in my opinion, no cause for alarm, because if the price comes down there and bounces back up, well, what is that telling you? That's telling you that the price is once again put in a higher low, which is the name of the game. When you're building trends, you just want to see those higher lows being put into place, and that's what that trend line there is representing. Zoom in here a little bit. As far as next potential areas of resistance are concerned, key level that stands out to me as the next potential problem point right up here at the 52.5 cent mark. So 52.5 cent potential problem area if the price continues on up. But all in all, like I said, this was a very nasty move down here, but now the price is recovering. So it's just, going back to that whole question of, okay, nice little bounce here, but is there genuine power behind it? Let's see what happens. And from an overarching standpoint, as long as the price stays above that green line, as you already saw, that does imply that the price is putting in those higher lows. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen here and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box. If you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one is Litecoin, and I think the dynamic about Litecoin that a lot of people are watching is right up here at this very key level of resistance, which sits right there at, let me make sure I'm looking, the $79 mark. So if we go through the history of things, $79, rejected the price, rejected the price, rejected. You get the idea, rejected, rejected. Got somewhat close there, rejected. So when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, there are no guarantees, but it's plausible to think, even if you want to just call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, that if the price were to come up to 79 and get the break up through there, that break in and of itself could create additional buying pressure. Again, there are no guarantees, but when you know a ton of people are watching the same things, and if it's a bunch of breakout players saying, oh, look, I'm a breakout player. Oh, look, that's breaking out. Oh, I'm supposed to buy because I'm a breakout player. Then that could, like I said, just lead to a bunch of breakout players buying, and all of a sudden you get a breakout, the self-fulfilling prophecy. Once more, no guarantees, but my point is it plausible? Is it valid to think that way when you have such a well-defined level as 79, or if you would just want to round it up to 80? In my mind, absolutely. In terms of levels of support, nothing fancy or complicated here. Literally just a question of where did this mostly recent kind of big move to the downside finally stop, and that was down there at essentially the $72 mark. So keep an eye on that. And who knows, maybe the big thing that for the next few weeks is just going to be a sideways channel. I suppose that's always possible, but the price is somewhat close to getting up through that $79 mark. So can it push through there? I think that's a pressing question mark moving forward. And then our next one here is Dogecoin, and same general idea of what I just talked about. So I want to keep these back to back so that I don't have to repeat myself. But in my mind, again, talking self-fulfilling prophecies, you got to think that a lot of people have drawn that line right here at this point of 0.063, or let's just call it 0.064. Again, got up, generally speaking, rejected, directly rejected. So self-fulfilling prophecies, breakout players, like I said, literally the stuff I just talked about. Is it plausible? Is it, not, rational to think that the price gets up there and push up through there, that could create additional buying pressure? Absolutely. And then as far as areas of support are concerned, the key level here that seems to have prompted buyers to show up on a couple different occasions, right there at 0.059. You can see right here a little grouping of buying and then some buying right there. So keep an eye on that. But like Litecoin, maybe this thing just needs to consolidate out and go on a sideways channel for a while. But if the price can curl back up and get through that level, is that break going to just create and cause a bunch of breakout players to start buying? Only time will tell, so grab the popcorn. So that wraps up the top 5 cryptos. If you enjoyed what you saw here, like I said, then I'd definitely go get signed up for that free live class. It'll be later this week, Thursday, June 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I hope to see you there. As far as these videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, if you want me to do more crypto videos, then do a couple of things for me. Communicate that to me, hit the like button, and tell me what you've been trading crypto-wise. Tell me what you're watching in the coming days from a crypto perspective. But like I said, leaving a comment and hitting that like button, communicate to me that you are enjoying these crypto videos. And like I said, if I know that you're enjoying, then I will do more of these. So like I said, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and go get signed up for that free class.